We're a little bit warmer today with high temperatures in the mid to upper 60s throughout the viewing area. A high temperature of 65 degrees here in Charleston, although we did get up to 68 degrees, near 70 over in Taylorville. But as we move overnight tonight, we're going to see temperatures begin to drop down into the 50s for our low. A low temperature of 51 degrees under partly cloudy skies. But those winds we saw today are going to continue as we move overnight tonight. Winds blowing out of the south at 15 to 20 miles per hour, sometimes gusting up to 30 miles per hour as we move throughout the overnight hours. And those winds are going to continue as we move into tomorrow. But first, here are those partly cloudy skies we'll be seeing overnight tonight, eventually moving into tomorrow morning. And those clouds will eventually clear up as we move into the daytime tomorrow. So you'll notice mostly clear skies in the morning and the afternoon. But by the time we make it to the late afternoon and the evening, those clouds will have cleared out and we'll be left with clear sunny skies that'll keep our temperatures feeling a little bit warmer despite the winds that will be blowing out at 15 to 20 miles per hour in the afternoon hours. Now you'll notice temperatures will be warming up tomorrow as well with a high temperature of 65 degrees, but those winds will be blowing out quite strong but shifting throughout the day. Winds blowing out of the southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour in the morning hours, but as we move into the afternoon, they will shift and blow out of the northwest at 15 to 20 miles per hour, gusting up to 30 miles per hour at times. Now, as we look at our morning hours, those winds will be blowing out of the southwest, gusting up to 35 miles per hour, but those winds will shift as we move throughout the daytime, eventually blowing out of the northwest, gusting up to 20 miles per hour as we move into the afternoon. So it's going to be a windy day as we move throughout the daytime tomorrow, but that sun will be out because those clouds will move out as we move throughout the daytime tomorrow. So clear skies as we move throughout the entire day and eventually into the evening hours for your Wednesday. But looking forward, we're going to be seeing temperatures still a little bit warmer for the rest of this work week, staying above average and in the 60s and in the upper 50s and the 60s for the rest of this work week and the start of our weekend. But as we make it to the end of the weekend, those temperatures are going to drop down and we're going to see temperatures dropping down into the 40s as we make it to Sunday. So temperatures will be dropping down, and the reason for this is because of our upper level jet stream. You're seeing here we have more of a zonal, which causes more consistent temperatures right now. And as we move into our Wednesday, we're going to see a little bit of a ridge move over top of us, which will cause temperatures to stay in the upper 60s. But as we move forward to the weekend, we're going to see a trough of colder air move over top of us, and this will cause temperatures to drop down into the 40s as we make it to Sunday. Another reason for this is because we are experiencing a cold front moving through as we start the weekend, which will also contribute to those temperatures cooling down into the 40s for our high. Now, with these temperatures cooling down, we're just now slightly below average for the next 6 to 10 days. The average for this time of year is typically in the 50s. And looking forward, we're definitely going to see temperatures dipping below that with that high temperature in the 40s. Before we get to that, though, we're going to see high temperatures in the 60s, the upper 50s for Thursday with a high of 59 degrees. And then we'll warm back up on Friday with a high of 63. But then a chance of rain will move into the area on Friday, which will bring a cold front through, which will cause temperatures to start to cool down with a high temperature of 55 degrees on Saturday, and then we'll continue to cool down as we make it to Sunday, eventually getting down to a high of 40 on Sunday, 41 degrees by next work week on Monday.